All righty, before we get in trouble again, what's up, Josh?
Not a whole lot. Just a good weekend of wrestling. Just got back. How about you?
I got back this morning. We took the first plane out of there, and I'm feeling every bit of it.
We
Because we got out of wrestling every night, and then we would go out to dinner, and before you know it, like I'm on California time, so before you know it, it's already 11, 12 o'clock, and you got to get up and be at the arena again at 7. And
yeah,
it was
it's a
rough
grind.
for me.
It's a grind.
Yeah,
I think
to
I
say
think
the
there's
least.
I think Friday night and Saturday night between weight cuts and driving to venue and going to bed late from eating and stuff. I think I got about 6 hours of sleep combined those 2 nights. So
Well, did you fly into Dallas and then drive out to your families, or did you fly
yeah, I
somewhere
flew into
else?
Dallas and then no, I flew into Dallas. Drove out to my family. It's like an hour and 5 minutes away from Dallas, and
Okay.
then we got a little closer, like 25 minutes. My sister lives like in northwest Dallas area,
Okay.
so I was kind of close. But in the morning when it was pouring down rain and Waze does not work in Dallas, like it does not work in Texas.
Yeah.
I made three wrong turns getting there because it's got seven off ramps all going the same one, and then you got to like stay left, merge right, stay left.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
before I know it, I'm on some farm to market road going down the wrong way. I got to go down U-turn. People were spinning out trying to drive 80 miles an hour and pouring down rain, thunder, lightning. It was good to see weather though. It was nice.
No, dude. Like I hate how they have like roads that run parallel all
Oh
the
yeah,
way, and it's like they want you to get on the freeway, but on the map it looks like it's going the same place, and then you're off it, and then it's like it's a yeah, forget it. And then it's some kind of voodoo thing that the city planners have because I could swear I'm heading the same direction to my hotel, but then it's telling me to go this way and then back around, and then it's I was like I could go a million ways and have it be the same thing. So I don't know. Yeah, I
yeah.
was lost. I was lost to say the least.
It
But
was not good. I mean, it was
yeah,
fine. It was a great venue once you got there and you got parked and you were in. It was a good venue. Allowed food and drinks in there, which I really appreciated any national level event when you're trying to bring healthy food in. Um, I
yeah,
don't know if they really, I don't know if they allowed it or they just didn't enforce it. I don't know, but for the lunch break, I was able to go to the grocery store and get some, chicken breasts and fruit and whatnot, you know, so that was good.
yeah. No, they did it. That venue, dude, keep it there forever. I'm totally fine with it. I'm
It's
happy
almost
with it.
outgrowing there though now, man.
They
And
can't keep having
1200,
you can't keep
1200
having
rooms
the little
there.
kids there with them at the same time.
I know, but
Yeah,
it's
well,
kind of
and,
neat.
and it is
It's
cool
kind
to
of
see
neat for the
like
little girls to see
the
the
little
big
ones
girls
to be
wrestle,
there. Yeah, up on the stage and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But I mean, they can. I'm sure there's other rooms they could put stuff into. It's a convention center. I'm sure they could do something.
Yeah. And I
But
think at any time there was no less than seven, eight, nine Olympians walking around the venue too. That was some of the little girls were getting autographs and pictures and all that with, all
yeah,
those
because
girls.
I mean, yeah, well, and then the bigger names than ever are at that tournament.
Yeah.
Brands, Perry, Coleman
Steiner.
Scott, Steiner. Um, you know, it was cool to see. It was cool to see that many people there watching the sport grow, whether you like it or not. I know Bono was there, and I
Yep.
heard people kind of grumbling, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this is good. If these guys are involved, that means other people know what's going on. It's a good thing overall.
Yeah,
So
and what some people don't know is some of those guys, you know, like all have daughters in that 10 to, or 8 to 12-year-old range right now that are a lot of them are in gymnastics and they're going to run right over to wrestling, I'm sure, pretty soon.
yeah, no, so it's good overall, and it was good talking to the Adrene coach. We're gonna have to have him on. He was pretty insightful about the process of the growth of the sport and stuff like that. We'll have him on talk about that later. But let's get to it, man. Should we start at cadets or should we go in the schedule order? What do you think?
Uh, we can start it today. I mean, you want to start younger? You want to start 15, U15?
You want to do that? That's I said, or we can go schedule order where juniors are first.
Yeah, we can go juniors. Let's go juniors.
Okay, 50 kg. This
50
one,
kilos. That was a good
This
one.
one had some bangers. I mean, just looking at the round of 16, you got Shilson versus Stevens, which that's Donnie Stevens' daughter, former coach from
Okay.
West Covina High School, now the coach at Cumberland's. Nina Pham versus Aaliyah Rollins. I saw Jim Thrall at the tournament, and Jim and I, we're both passionate guys, and we've had our minutes, together,
Yeah.
as most people have with me. But no, Jim was super cool, and I gave Jim props because Jim caught a lot of heat because he was really pushing for Nina when she was in high school, and really pushed for her, really advocated for her. And yeah, you look at her and she's a tough kid, man. She's out there really fighting and stuff, and it's awesome to see her doing so well. Round of 16, Paulina Granados was out there. Took out the Hawaii girl in the round of 16. Suhei Seha
Mm-hmm.
had a good tournament too. Michaela Campbell, Garcia from Nevada, Angie Gomez from California, now out there at Georgia. Walker from PA, Villeroy, Gallegos, Ochoa, and Aleda Martinez. So you start working your way through the quarter and into the semis. Semis, dude, did you see this Shilson versus Seha match?
I did, only because you posted
Yeah,
it.
that was a good match. I mean, it ended up in a fall for Shilson, but dude, Seha was giving her the business for a minute there. It was good. I mean, the fall happened at 5:15, but they were having a match, and it was
Yeah,
good to
it was
watch.
10-8. It was 10-8 when the fall happened.
Yeah, so that was awesome. Aleda Martinez and Campbell 4-1 in the semis. Man,
And then
Shilson's tough, but Martinez is not letting go of that spot. I'll tell you right now,
no.
she's not going anywhere, and she ended up taking the spot from Shilson, who's a world champ, right? Minnesota.
Yeah.
Dad's a
Well, she
coach at
was.
Augsburg.
Yeah.
So they went 3-match series, didn't they? Yeah, they went 3-match
Yeah, they went
series.
threes.
Yeah, so that was awesome. Ended up with Elena Martinez, Shilson, Michaela Campbell, Josie Bardashovsky, Nina Pham, Suhei Seha, Caitlin Walker, and Angelina Gomez. Damn, that's a lot of California girls
Four
in there.
California girls at 8 on that one.
I was gonna say, dude, 50% of the placers came from Cali, so that was pretty awesome. You want to jump on the 53?
Yeah. Go to pool A. So we get to round of 16. You got Gracie at the top of the bracket, or as the state announcer said, Gracie Figueroa.
Gosh.
And then looking in there, you got Bush, Gaines on the top side of the bracket, Pizzo, and then Akai, who won the U.S. Open, who's from Colorado because she's at the training center. I think she's like 18, 17, or I don't know. She's young.
Yeah.
Cadu was there in the round of 16. Thorne, Trevino, Allred, and Taylor, Felicity Taylor. And then getting to the semis, you had
Taylor's tough. I'm happy to see her wrestling.
Yeah,
so,
she is tough, and she's only been wrestling, I think, a couple years or something. That's kind of a funny story. Yeah. But yeah, Taylor and Akai make the semis, and then Pizzu and Figueroa make the semis. Figueroa teched Pizzu, Akai teched Taylor, and then you get to the finals. Gracie takes the first match 2-1 in the 203.
Yeah.
And then Akai takes the second one 5-2. Or I'm sorry, the first one is 3-0 Gracie. Second was 5-2 Akai,
yeah.
And then third match was 6-1 Gracie. So
yeah,
it's that's a good win over the U.S. Open champ. The girl sitting in the World Team Trials finals. So hopefully, Gracie goes and does this, and maybe goes to World Team Trials too. Because I'm not 100% sure, but I think when you win this, you also get an automatic berth to Team Trials if she didn't already qualify at the Open. So
nice. Okay, 55. The top you have Rona Heaton, Let's see
which is
here.
why
Prusen.
Bono was there. She's now at Badger RTC,
Yeah.
which leads everyone to believe that Seth Gross will be at Wisconsin next year.
Yeah. He was
Which
just
is,
a college coach before his
yeah,
injury. So he'll probably be there. Uh, Prusen, Krexel, Jabos, Kinsey, Alex Hendricks, uh, Baker, Gant, Welsh, Ackerman, Hauk. So going into the semis, you have Hauk versus Baker with Hauk 7-1. And then Alex Hendricks takes out Rona Heaton 7-3.
yeah, in the
So
quarters.
yeah, finals comes out with Alex Hendricks, who is the Final X rep against Helen Maroulis last year. So she takes out Hulk. Heaton takes third. Baker takes fourth. Phoenix DeBrose takes fifth. Michaela Welsh sixth. Jacqueline Gant. And then Kendall Bostelman from Ohio takes eighth place. So some of these weight classes, and we're going to get to them, there's some that are just insane. Just interesting. But definitely like some surprises for sure. What do you got? 57s.
57s. All right. So starting at 16, you got Sochi Motapettis, who's a beast. She was the top against Mosley. And then you got Petix from Tennessee against Gallegos, Colorado, Skidmore, Archuleta, Richardson's Murray, Brownton, Horn, Mackey, Torres. Vicky Torres is tough. Lane Castaneda from California, and Eunice and Guerin. So in the quarters, you had Moda Pettis on the top half of the court, winning the quarters, and Skidmore winning the bottom half, and then Vicky Torres from Washington beat Brownton, and then Guerin beat Lane. They're pretty, they're like the Skidmore Murray one. There's 6'6" criteria, 6'6" criteria to get to the finals, and then in the semis, Skidmore is 2-2 tie with criteria over Moda Pettis with a good win. I mean, I don't know this girl, but I'm looking. There's a lot of tough girls coming out of Wisconsin.
Dude, those Wisconsin girls, their
like all of a
motion,
sudden,
is insane. I told Laurent, I was like, dude, you're my favorite person to watch on their feet. So
and then the two Washington girls, I believe they were also the finals at. I know Torres was one of them, and I think the other one was at the U.S.
Guerin
Open.
is tough, dude. Guerin is tough.
They wrestled at the U.S. Open, and it was a lot close match. I mean, Guerin got the fall on Torres after she was winning 8-0, but it was a lot closer, and I think Guerin got the win in the finals at junior regionals.
Got it.
So this one ended up with Guerin winning, Skidmore second, Sochi Pettis third, Petix. There's Pettis and Petix. Fourth, Gallegos, Torres from Washington, Lane, Oklahoma, and Gonzalez from Washington. So we didn't have any California girls in this one, unfortunately.
No, fortunately.
But there was plenty of other California girls winning and placing.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. So this next one was a round robin. I guess everybody.
No, it's not. It's not a round robin.
Isn't it? I'm trying to find
just go click on Pool A.
Pool A. There we go.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't remember it that way. I was like, what the heck? I didn't see that. See, Jimerson from California made this round of 16. Actually, made the quarterfinals. Got to Higa of Hawaii though. Higa's tough.
Yeah, they got some tough ones in Hawaii.
More Michaela Beck, Nia Gaines. Loses 8-5 Michaela Beck in the quarters.
Just on a side note, if you're on Instagram and you want to just laugh your butt off, Michaela Beck has the funniest stories on Instagram.
Okay.
She's like an OG, and she's also at the Hawkeye, regional training center with all those other studs right now, winning everything.
She's tough, dude. She looks really good.
Yeah.
She was not playing around in the finals. That's for sure.
She's the one that beat Gracie last year here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right? She is not playing around.
Here, Oklahoma. She beat Gracie.
Gracie did not take that one very good. I'll
No.
just say that. Gracie doesn't like losing.
When you don't lose very often, it's harder to take. When you lose every couple of years.
I don't want to. We'll talk about that in a minute.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Okay. So you got Michaela
Although
Beck.
at the rate we're going, it's going to be a
10-hour podcast.
10-hour
All right, we'll start.
podcast.
Let's just start following through then, and we'll just highlight any matches we saw along the way.
Or we'll just go through the placers every match, unless there was a really good match that we saw.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, Michaela Beck, Kayla Moore, Mia Macaluso, Nia Gaines took fourth. Andrea Schalbach, Macy Higa, Tiara Jimerson, dude, Northview coming through with a girl.
Yeah.
Or was that Palm Desert? I don't know, one of those two. Alexandria Aldrin from North Dakota. Yeah, so good for her. I don't even think she placed in state, huh? Yeah, Jimerson placed in state.
I don't
but
think did she? She qualified.
She qualified. I don't think she did. But anyhow, let's see here. 62s. What do you got?
62. We got Alara Boyd, who's a stud.
Okay,
yeah.
We need to talk about this weight class. This weight class was stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that right now. It was stupid because the bottom half of the bottom quarter of the bracket, I want to say, practically, it was ridiculous. Because you had Anya Drury, Cheyenne Bowman, you had B Santos, you had it was crazy. That whole weight class was nuts. It was crazy. Like, wait till you get read off the placers, Josh. It's insane. Did I lose you? Let's see here.
Yeah, because now which Garcia is it from California? It says Jay Garcia, but
not sure.
Do you know off the top of your head?
Is it Jenna?
I don't know.
So could be Simon Fraser girl.
Well, yeah, Jenna Garcia.
Yeah.
So we had quite a little bit of California representation. So unfortunately, we'll go back to even the quarters. Drury and Bowman wrestled in the quarters.
Insane.
2 state champs.
Insane.
Well, former state champs.
World team member and runner-up here last year meet each other. How crazy is that? Yeah. A finalist and a world team member
in the quarters.
In the quarters. And the excuse was that Bowman missed weight and went up. And I was like, okay. But still, you should be separating these girls, not.
Wait, Bowman missed weight?
Bowman missed weight by 0.2. Don't fall over. Don't fall over. Don't fall over. Okay. So, yeah. Bowman missed weight. So.
But then she made the cadet weight the next.
Yeah, day. I think they were staggered. They weren't fluid or whatever. But check this out though. Okay, so hang on. So Bowman wrestles Drury. Okay, and one-sided win. Okay. I don't know. The offense. Bowman really wasn't finding her offense this weekend. I'll just say that. Bowman wasn't really finding her offense. And I know that's hard to say against someone who's as dominant as she is, but it just, I don't know. She just wasn't herself, it didn't seem like. Or maybe the girl's just bigger. I don't know. But she goes out after and texts Jenna Garcia, who's at college. That's like Simon Fraser. And then you have on top, you have Garibay beats Lyles 4-4. Like what?
Yeah.
I mean, Garabay's tough, and
wasn't Lyles a team member last year, a world team member?
Yeah, I believe she was. So she takes her out 4-4 criteria. Then Alara Boyd, my goodness, that girl. I'll tell you right now, the worst thing we ever did was pin her last year at this tournament because she came out this year and was not playing around. She turfed the team. Wow, interesting. So she takes 2 straight matches against Cheyenne Bowman I've never seen Cheyenne Bowman. Well, the first match Gracie wrestled Bowman last year, I was like, okay, yeah, she dominated her. Second match, Bowman closed the gap on her.
Yeah.
But Alara Boyd in 2 straight matches really looked impressive. I think she pinned her and she teched her in the 2 matches, which not a knock on Cheyenne because Cheyenne's an animal, and she's wrestling up a division also.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, there's not little gaps between these weight classes. It's not 4 pounds or 6.
Yeah, it's kilos. So.
Yeah, which is 2.2 pounds.
Yeah.
So we were responsible for 4 out of the 8 placers from California. So it went Boyd, Bowman, Lyles, Drury got fourth, Garcia got fifth, Garibay got sixth, Schwab got seventh, and Basham got eighth.
Yeah.
So 65 kilos.
Don't. I mean, Macy Kilty next. That's all you should say.
Yeah, Kilty next topic.
Yeah, just that's it. There's nothing more to say. Macy Kilty is an animal. No disrespect to anybody else, but good God, like that girl is every bit of what you think it would. Didn't even
California didn't even show up to this weight class. I think we had one girl there.
Yeah, we were just like Macy Kilty. We'll just go ahead and excuse ourselves right now.
That's she's on a different level. She also won the U23.
Yeah,
one today, which we'll get to eventually. Maybe we'll have to do multiple episodes on this.
Yeah, we may have to. 68 kilos. Jaden Laurent, my favorite.
Next
that girl's
topic.
motion. Yeah, she made it look way easy. But she's such a sweetheart. And I talked to her and I was just like, man, I love watching your motion on your feet. Your motion on your feet is amazing. She's really good. Super good.
Yeah, so Lauren had a match over Estrada 10-6 in the semis. And then so it went Lauren, Mendoza, Estrada, Bublitz, Flanagan, Coralejo, which is a California girl, and Otley Smalley is a California girl, 6'7". So we had 2.5 California girls there.
Something like that.
She's a half, I guess, right? Like who's representing Colorado, wrestled in California.
Wrestled 3 of her 4 high school years in California.
Flow guys were talking about that on one of the matches today I was listening to.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say Flow guys, Wrestling Nomad. 72 kilos. You want to go for it?
I don't want to talk about this.
Okay, I'll do it. Olivia Fisk, first place, an animal out of Napa. Over Diamond Guilford, who's been having some rough goes lately. Hopefully she gets over that. Also a California girl. Awesome. Former guest on the show. And then Lewandowski, Albrecht, Gomez, Nelson, Didi, and then some girl with a really long last name, Marguerite, Maggie, Elliott, something else, hyphenated 10 times.
Okay, let's talk about this for a second, okay?
You said you don't want to talk about it.
I know, but it's going to eat at me, and it's just going to, gosh, I'm sitting here eating my sandal right now, trying not to get over it. Okay, anybody who knows me knows I got a spot in my heart for Diamond because I got to coach her. It was awesome. Her family is amazing. She is, my understanding, heading to the RTC.
The OTC?
OTC, yeah. OTC. And, that stuff's happening, whatever. I don't know, and I'll just be honest, I don't know if it's the best thing for her. Only because when you have somebody who's so young, and she is young in the sport, this is her 4th season wrestling. I mean, think about that for a second. You're a junior world team member. You've won the NAIA, the WCWA. You've won some senior level world Grand Prix. And you're in your 4th year of wrestling. The OTC is going to be more training, less competing. Do you think that's the best thing for somebody who's still so green?
No, and I think the other problem with the OTC is that I don't know if we talk to people on record, off record, but sometimes you become cannon fodder for the girl or guy that they think is the one this year. Maybe they're a little older, maybe they're a little more experienced. You become kind of the workout partner, the dummy, the training partner, or whatever you call it. You're on the payroll and you make a little money and you get expenses covered and all that, but I don't know, that's difficult. But how much coaching was she getting where she was at? Maybe that played into a factor. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the other thing too. It's her, she's got a little bit of rough go right now, and she's still young, like I said, so she's got plenty of time to pick it back up, and she's been going kind of hard at it. Well, trying to go hard at it for a while now. And going to these camps and stuff like that. I feel like when you have somebody as new as her and you inundate her with so much technique from so many different angles and places, you're taking and use to use the analogy her dad did when he talks about when I coached her. He says we had a race car, but we didn't have a driver. That's how he's always said it. To me, you have a race car, and when you give it too many techniques, it's like putting spinners and TVs and tint and all these unnecessary things on that race car.
But don't make it
When
go any faster.
it doesn't go any faster, it doesn't handle any better. When it was stock, it had some go. There's some things that I see that I don't know. I'm not super a fan of. She's shooting from the wrists. I don't know about you, Josh, but I was never taught to shoot from the wrists. Like she's hand fighting the wrists and she's trying to shoot from there. Versus when she first got to college, she was heavy, 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 boom, run double. I haven't seen that double in a while. And when she gets that double going, she's really tough. And
she's so athletic.
Yeah, and she's I mean she's a sponge. If she'll learn something and she'll want to use it right away. But if you just put too much stuff in there, you fodders it up. And I kind of think she's at that new stage right now where she's got a little bit of a slump, and I'm not down on her about it. I don't think anybody should be down on her about it right now. But I think when you're putting too much in there at one time, it's probably not the best thing. And I hope that's not what's going to happen to her at the OTC. I hope she gets specific training and stuff like that. But I think in talking with some very accomplished athletes that coach, they express the same concern about if the training program at the training center is the best thing for her, given that she competes less. And I think competing at this point for her, competing more is probably better just because she needs the match time to work on things in a match situation. And she won't be a drill dummy. Going to the training center, like you said, are you getting what you need so you can be number one? Or are you giving the number one what they need to represent our country?
Yeah. That's a tough choice.
Yeah. And I mean, come on, dude. We're both parents. If you had Terry Steiner knocking on the door, you're going to feel a little special, Yeah,
definitely. So, and there's that esteem that goes along with it. I'm an OTC athlete now, but we'll see what time tells, and we'll see how it works out for her. 76 kilos, no California girls really, but it went Bullock, Sloan, Q, Corbett, which is up really high from where she normally is. She got fourth from Hawaii. Fowler, Likas, Hamilton, and Kimber. So
Sydney Kimber from Alaska. I like Sydney Kimber, dude. She twisted her ankle pretty bad in that last match, but I like Sydney Kimber a lot. She's got good parents, dude. I like the Kimbers in Alaska. I need to go visit them one day when I grow a pair.
Yeah, when you can not get carried off by the mosquitoes because you're so light.
Serious, dude. I don't even got to worry about bears. I got to worry about the insects. So
yeah. So cadets.
Yeah. Cadets, do it.
Let's go to cadets.
Dude, this one was so California heavy. Oh, it was insane California heavy.
Oh yeah, we killed it.
Yeah. So the future runs through California in the cadet division because man, we got that big three. So who I don't know. Anyhow.
What?
There were some wrestlers I thought I would see in this tournament that I hadn't seen. I hope they're okay. But yeah, I haven't seen them. Anyhow, round robin. Sterling Davis over Ford, Virginia Ford.
Yeah.
There's only two in that group, so that is what it is.
And then Michelle Reyes, is she your girl?
Yeah, we practice out of their club. Yeah, Santa Ana room now. So Tim's great. He opens up his room to the girls, and he's awesome. Super cool guy.
And then Aurora out of PA. That was a 36 to 40 kilo. That's little girls, man.
They're she's tiny. They're tiny, dude. My little sister's like, she's tiny. I'm like, I know. But it's fun, dude. Just super fun. Tim was super happy. So she works hard. She's a hardworking girl, but she's outclassed. Sterling Davis is really good. She's really good.
Yeah.
So let's see here. 43s. Now we're getting much bigger.
Now we're getting bigger. That's 88 pounds, I think, ish. 80,
Yeah.
no, 94. Sorry.
Okay. Man, Lizette Rodriguez cut down. My goodness.
Yeah, but she wasn't like it wasn't a bad cut at all for her. She
No, she
said,
was, I
yeah.
didn't talk to her even though I sat next to
S-
her.
so we had Sosnitsky from Maryland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Win the best 2 out of 3 over Lizette Rodriguez,
Uh,
California. She's going to Pan Am's. Karina Vang. I don't know who that is. I don't know where she's from. Do you? That name
nope.
sound familiar at
No
all?
idea. Yeah. Not at all.
Maybe she's young, eighth grader, maybe. I don't know. Morgan
Yeah.
Johnson, Maderos from California. Is any relation to Jimmy?
I don't know. Jimmy's a love child.
That's not a
Should we
very
start a rumor? Let's start a rumor right now.
yeah,
She's got a
Jimmy's love
thick
child.
back. She's got a thick back.
No, I don't know.
She Greco girls up.
Or maybe I know she has he has some little sisters. His dad had a younger wife.
That a boy. Let's see here.
Yeah. You gonna text him and ask him?
Speaking of young, young took 8th place.
Yeah,
Let's move on before I get myself in trouble.
So we had 1, 2, 3 California girls in that one.
In that one?
That's in the top 8.
Nice. Not to brag, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
Sage Mortimer took out Nyla Valencia, 2-1 on the series. Pretty good. Take a win out of Sage Mortimer.
You know, like I was
first record.
When I saw her AA and Greco, I was like, okay, she did it because she, there was 11 boys. She got a good spot in the bracket. She beat a couple.
Got a bye, then a loss, then another bye.
No, she did
1-1.
get a couple wins.
No, she did. She got some wins.
But
yeah.
I was just like, she's all right. And then I watched wrestle at U.S. Open Junior Regionals, and she wrestled boys Greco there. And the girls division, like she wrestled like 4 different divisions. Like she was there to wrestle, and she, took her lumps in the boys and then won the girls. So I thought, oh, she is kind of the real deal in girls.
Yeah,
but she won it. Where's Valencia out of?
I don't know. No, never. What you should do is click on the video and check her singlet out.
It's a pretty common name. Are we gonna start a rumor like it's Zaid Valencia?
Zaid Valencia's love child. Yeah, he left out at Bosco.
Yeah. All right. Bayless, PA, Dorado Martin, who's tough. She has a tough older sister. It must be. Sahugun, Riesel, Mochia, and Farnsworth. So we had one California girl that we don't know who is. I'm gonna write her name down. I gotta find out who she is.
Do some homework.
We got to give her some credit. She, she's a world.
Yeah.
She's a Pan Am
team member. Yeah.
And I don't know who she is.
She's on the national team. That's all I got to say from California. Speaking of California girls on the national team, Cristal Rodriguez, 49 kilos, taking care of business 2 straight.
Yeah.
Girl is special.
I was not expecting to see her this high weight either, but it didn't seem to affect her at all.
No, ran through.
I'm thinking she might have won juniors too. Or
hang on a second.
I know she was in the finals.
I'm going through it right now. Hang on. All right, I'm just checking her points. She gave up no points, just so you know.
No points. Yeah.
Hang on. Let me check the round robin.
So
pretty sure. Oh no, sorry. In the final, she gave up 4. Final she gave up 12. She went through the tournament with no points given up. In the final series, she gave up 12, but she scored 20. So you do that, you're gonna win.
Yeah, and then she beat that pretty tough Hawaii girl and the semis. Yeah. It was kind of close until that girl hit a high crotch and Cristal just stepped over, chin whipped right to her back, and it was like game match.
Done.
Dunsky. And then on the top side, you had Venegas. She's not a California girl, but that's Angie Gomez's little sister.
She's tough, dude. I like that.
Yeah,
I met her when she was little, dude, and she's a cradle machine.
She was all knees and elbows back then. She kind of filled out a little bit.
Yeah.
So we had Cristal winning it, Chavez second, Janik third, Cole fourth, Corral fifth, Venegas sixth, Adriana Turner seventh, and Jones 8th place.
I want to say Venegas is like a freshman, maybe an 8th grader.
Yeah, I think she's a freshman. I think she was an 8th grader last year. Yeah,
she's young. Good family. Young. Like that family a lot. Let's see here. Okay, 53. Let's see here. I'm looking at. Let's see here. Pre-limited
These
placing. Here
brackets
we go.
were, I mean, some people are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. These brackets were all big. Once you got like above the
Above
30,
80. Yeah, 80.
yeah,
Once you got above 80, you're fine.
yeah, they were like more than 32, all of them. Like this one was a
Yeah,
48-man bracket.
yeah.
And
So
it was,
Lexi,
oh, it was 64, and like, so there's about 40 something girls in that bracket, but go ahead, sorry.
yeah, I don't know numbers. Yeah, Lexi Beatles lost to Fitzgerald. Let's see here. Anybody else really? Well, Melly Mendoza comes in, makes the finals for California. Uh,
Hmm.
but the one that maybe wasn't ready for what she had was Jennifer Soto. She got
Yeah,
beat. I'd never seen her lose like that. She's a hammer, and she got beat pretty bad by the Colorado girl.
yeah, who's a stud?
Um,
Who?
stud, hands down a stud. So, and ended up winning the spot. Let's just be clear about that.
Yeah,
She win the spot.
two matches straight.
Two straight against Mendoza, yeah. So she loses to her, and then who was it? Let me see. Where is she at? Boom. Yeah, and then Soto goes on and loses to the Texas girl by fall four. She got thrown to her
Yeah,
back and pinned by
because
Fournier.
they
Fournier is
wrestled
a
second round. They wrestled second round, and Soto caught her the first match, and then she caught her back. Um,
yeah,
she's a
like
hammer. Like she's built
dude,
like a fire hydrant.
dude. I'm telling you, I was like impressed when I saw her in a single. I was like, oh god, like hide your children. Like she is built Fournier. So yeah, that might be a match you want to get to your tournament. Fournier versus Melanie
I,
Mendoza.
I tried last year, and she'll come out this year. She
Nice.
like I'm not gonna 100% guarantee it, but I'm gonna 99% guarantee it that she'll be out.
Nice.
Along with Condit should be back out, and they're gonna bring a full team
Dude,
this
who
year.
did Condit take it to?
Oh, Condit took it to somebody, and we'll probably get to that. I think it's coming up. Condit filled out. She wrestled 106 at our tournament.
Uh-huh.
She was in the 120 whatever range. Like she filled, like she grew another couple inches, and she's not chubby at all.
Dude, I was like, my God, she took somebody to town. I forget who it was. I gotta
Yeah,
figure it out.
it was a state champ. I think it might have been Garcia.
Yeah, I think it might have been. But yeah, I was like, my Lord.
Okay, so we got Mendoza, we got Dorada Martin, Mendoza, Fournier, Soto, DeChugo, Montez, Hines, and Navarez. Alicia Navarez. She
Yeah,
squeaked through. She's a Northern Cal girl.
yeah.
57 kilos. Is it this one? No, I don't want to print it. I want to move forward. Yeah, they're. Oh yeah, it's this one. Da, da, da. Man, it must have happened early. Yes, it did. It was tech fall pretty quickly. Condit over Garcia.
Monica Garcia, that's who it
Yep.
was. Yeah.
And I don't know if she's 100% yet. I know she hurt her back pretty bad at US
Oklahoma
Open.
or West Regional?
No, Western Regionals.
West Regionals.
Like she got like leg laced, but she was fighting
Oh
it,
yeah.
and then the girl went back like scorpioned her that way. Like
Yeah, Escamilla.
yeah, it was
Well, I was
Escamilla.
surprised I didn't see her. I didn't see Escamilla here.
Yeah, what the
I was
heck?
surprised. I was surprised. I was expecting that. But
Let's get back to so yeah, Condit came through and beat her, and then lost to Hattendorf, who must be good because she made the finals. Oh, she won
yeah.
it. That's why. So Condit didn't place either. Holy mackerel. Yeah, Condit didn't place, and neither did Monica.
Yeah, I saw Monica. Yeah, I was like, man.
So Hattendorf won out of New Hampshire. Last time I heard a good wrestler out of New Hampshire, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Never. And then Rielin from Hawaii, who's tough. And then Estrella from Hawaii, who's tough.
Dude, Estrella's tough, dude.
Is
She's
Estrella
tough.
the one that dances funny before every
Yes,
match?
yeah.
Gets her little groove on.
Gets her groove on and goes in there. She
Yeah.
must have a tank on her because she was
Yeah.
dancing the whole time. and then took it to blades.
Yeah. And then
Like,
like you got Blades, Macaluso, Castro, Houston, Patton. I mean, there's some names in there that you would expect to be in the top of the bracket, not in the 5, 6, 7 place. But that was a tough weight class.
yeah. So that was
61.
Dude, 61. You tell me anybody who has a snatch single better than Welker. I'll wait.
I don't know.
I think, dude, she's clearly an Askren girl because she has that snatch single down. It was almost embarrassing how much she used it.
Yeah, so that was a tough. Those were tough semis. You had Wilden making the semis. Yeah, she got teched in rather quickly. She must have got laced up.
This is her. No, this is literally her mom counted it. It's her 8th week, I think, of freestyle. She's just not.
Shame on her coaches for not getting her into freestyle a little sooner.
I love it, dude. She was down in the quarterfinals. She was down, I want to say by 6 points, and then came back. It might have even been sooner, to be honest.
She's got a gas tank like double. It just keeps coming. It's like a just rapid fire. It's gonna keep coming. It's not gonna slow down.
Yeah. Oh, and props to your daughter, by the way, hitting that throw at the end. I know she didn't place, but she locked that up, and then everything that a coach wants when they tell your kid, you got to go. And your kid stepped up to give herself one more round. Bravo. Yeah. Bravo to Michaela Rybeck on that one.
Done it a little earlier. It would have been nice.
Would have been less exciting, son.
Palpitating. I know.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Walker won this in a easy fashion, I guess.
Dude, she really. You know what? Hang on.
Mia Macaluso.
Hang on. Do not sleep on the effort Mia Macaluso put into that second match because she was on her back for over a minute in a very, very tight headlock and fought it off. I don't know how.
Which I know the Macalusas have been known to listen to the podcast too. In the past.
Okay, well, ladies, parents, the entire Macaluso family, whatever you guys feed your girls, bottle it up and trademark it.
Ship it out.
Because I passed out, woke up, and your daughter was still fighting off her back. I was like, my goodness. Like, it was tight. And she fought with everything to give herself another period. Good job. Hands down. Good job. So, but Welker, it was Welker's day.
That was on the top side. Yeah. Welker's day.
Welker's the one that beat Bowman.
Welker,
Bowman hit her single and brought it to the crotch. Welker comes over the top, praying mantis style, goes praying mantis onto Bowman's back, like over her shoulders, and then inside trips her to her back, which may or may not have been for. She looked like she hit her side, but ref see how they see it. But yeah, she did single leg. She went praying mantis, down heavy, over the top, fed the leg, inside trip to Bowman's back. I was like, man, that's when I knew Bowman was losing the match there, but it was at a point at that point.
It was some athleticism and awkwardness that helped that happen.
Yeah, it really was. But Welker is the real deal, so for sure. And then Bowman taking third.
Bowman came back, took third, and Wilden took sixth.
Yeah,
kind of semi-slumped it, I guess, or did she get hurt?
No. She just, like I said, 8th week into freestyle, and she's
I'm saying, did she semi-slump or did she get hurt?
No. She just semi-slumped.
She just
semi-slumped. Yeah, she just, like I said,
learned it. You can kind of afford to do that when it's your 8th tournament and you already made the semis.
It's literally her
toughest tournament.
Third tournament. She did the beat the streets, then she did state, and then this is it. And remember, we haven't had takedown tournaments lately, so she literally doesn't know anything. So she just is tough.
So I guess 65 kilos. We go free this next topic. Or
wait, 1 second. At 61s, I told you we've been going to Santa Ana, and Tim Byers was working with letting us use the room. He alone worked on positioning with Wilden and got her to that position, got her to that point. He kept telling me, like, dude, I just need 2 practices with her. I need 2 practices. That's it. I'll give her what she needs. And I gave him, we had practice, and then I gave him a specific practice. I said, here, that's your baby. Go take care of it. And Tim did, and that's why Tim was in her corner for every match. I stood back. So Tim Byers, good job, buddy. You did a good job. Tim Byers out of Santa Ana, formerly of Yucca Valley. Anyhow, 65. Yes. Billy
Frida's next
Frida's,
topic.
dude.
She did get a point scored on her in the second round. I don't know what the problem was, like what she was thinking.
Well, she wasn't herself. She had something coming up that she really hasn't had to deal with in a tournament before, which I think was beyond being scored on. But she that first period for the first match of that final, where she just 4-point pin. Wow. I was like, it was almost like her and Amit were just competing to see who looked more dominant. We'll get to Amit later.
Just like, I was trying to watch. I'd see her coming up, and I'd turn around, and it was over.
Yeah. Let me see here.
So, I mean, she got 3 points scored on her the whole match, and 2 in the semis and 1 in the second round, and she went 4-0, 10-0 in the finals in the 2 and 3.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say, dude. She just
we also
really
had Beyonce Garcia play 6 from California. So we had Frida sit first, Beyonce Garcia 6th.
My goal was 2. We got 3. I was happy with that. So in the cadets.
Now this is getting easier because then you just go Elo our next topic.
Yeah.
Amit next topic, which she's hanging out with Elena Pechkova, Valentine. They had the whole crew ensemble going.
Yeah.
Amit did not get a point scored on her.
I don't think Amit, let's see, 55 seconds and 40 seconds in a double tech. Okay. Then you're looking at 130. Hang on here. Let me see here. Then you're looking at 10-0 in 52 seconds. Then you're looking at 10-0, 23 seconds. Then you're looking at 10-0, 24 seconds. She didn't see a second period. She never saw a second. She never saw a second minute. I'm sorry.
So what do you? Michelle Comedian, she got 4th. So Amit got first. Comedian got 4th from California. That's it as far as thing. But before we go to the last one, because Amit's kind of there. So you have somebody that clearly, actually 2 girls in a row that clearly could probably win it, if not make the finals of juniors. So at a much higher level than some of the other girls that are wrestling 2 and 3 divisions at the tournament. What do you think? Like, what's their strategy of going out, dominating, and making the world team versus others that are trying to make 2 world teams, make 2 Pan Am teams, or fail to place at either one, or not place, but make a team. Let's call it.
Well, I will say this:
at that level, but they're not at the super elite. Status.
I like their mindset of not trying to do too much too soon. You know what? Let's make a world team and then play it from there. It would have been too much of a risk for them to go juniors, because juniors were first this weekend. Go out there, do juniors first, risk getting injured, wrestling college girls, all these things.
Which I think they'd probably win those, but
yeah. But you never know. You don't know what. And their parents are. I think their game plan's perfect. Like, why try to dominate so much so soon? A slow burn. They got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Go out there, win a world championship. And move on. And they looked really, honestly, like they're ready to do that.
Yeah, they looked crisp.
Yeah, so it was impressive to say the least.
73 kilos. Blades, next topic.
Blades. There's nothing else needs to be said.
Hey, Flo was talking. They're going to try to do it. They're asking. I don't know if Amit will do it, but they're trying to get Amit and Blades to wrestle who's number 1 next year. And I'm sure it'll be freestyle. And I'm sure that Blades is going to lose. So that's just my personal opinion.
Blades is really tough, but yeah, Amit is very solid. So
Yeah.
let's see here. Blades goes 24 seconds, 23 seconds, 37 seconds, 32 seconds, and then the two over Tristan Kelly. Tristan Kelly was last year's world team member and beat Katya Osteen in, I believe, 3. And she unfortunately had Kennedy Blades come in and just ruin her world.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
So we had Ariana Pereira from California also place. I just saw the name, third. So she's on the team also, like as an alternate.
Nice. Yeah. Just so you know, Kennedy Blades pinned Tristan Kelly in 7 seconds in the first match.
Well, that's probably a lucky
7
throw.
seconds.
Just saying.
No, it was actually a shot.
Well,
It's
she
like,
got lucky. Okay, let's talk about this for a second.
Okay.
The no longer touch fall like it used to be, right? It used to be like literally you touch, it's a fall. It's now a press fall, right? It's supposed to be like around a second, a little short of a second. Nothing bothers me more than a fat ref sitting at a table, either the chair or the main head table. He can't even see, right? He's on the exact wrong side, and because somebody's close to their back, he's holding up a confirmation. It's a confirmation that you can actually see there's a fall at the chair. Like, it's not like, oh, I think, or
It's
there
not,
could
I
have been,
agree with you. It's not
like,
just an I agree with you.
I
But
agree. As a fan, as a coach, as a ref, you can tell when somebody stops fighting. They kind of like lay there, their legs stop moving, they're stop fighting. I saw girls at like 45-degree angles have a confirmed fall, and that's bullcrap. Like, they're still in the match, and they're calling
yeah.
confirmed falls. That's absolutely, it's not even close to a fall, and it happens out. I always preach, like, don't get near your back, and you can't get called pinned, right? But
They're not near their back.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, but they're still in the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
And you can't challenge a confirmed fall, but
Yeah.
But yeah, that annoys the crap out of me. You get some fat ass ref or any ref, they just think that they're gonna make the tournament go quicker. If you're near your
Yeah.
back, they're calling a pin.
Yeah. No, I saw a couple. Now, let me tell you this. A slip gut wrench.
Yes,
Saw
should have
that
been
called.
blown dead.
So saw that
It
call. I was
should.
like, what? I
It
was
should
like,
be. You can have a slip.
I know. But I was like, wow, they rarely call it. So I was surprised. But what about this? They attempt a cutback and they fall to their back. Slip throw.
That should not be a slip throw.
Slip throw. I was like,
That's not a
that's a
throw.
slip throw? That's a slip throw? Okay. Interesting. So yeah, I saw some pretty interesting things that either never called or rarely called or whatever. That was pretty interesting this weekend. And going back to the large referees and getting down there, get down there, get in there, or give them one of those canes with a mirror on it, because
Yeah.
some of them are just taking forever. Like, my lord, or some of these refs that think it's a folk style match and they're not bringing them up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I saw a girl fight off a bow and arrow twice. I think you and I talked about this. Fought the bow and arrow off twice, and the ref was like, third time, okay.
Which is illegal in freestyle anyway. You can't hit a bow and arrow, but
you
are you
can, as
talking
long
about
as you
like
don't
a
go.
Schultz? No, are you
Yeah,
talking a Schultz or a bow and arrow cradle?
not a bow and arrow cradle. Talking about
like
where
you're
you
talking
tilt
like a
them.
Schultz, like you sit
Schultz,
the leg up, pick it up, grab the chin
Yes.
or the shoulder, and roll. Okay.
Yes, that. So yeah, you could go as long as you're not going along the spine. Coming off the spine, you're fine. So yeah, that was funny.
You either go with it or you get hurt. Sorry.
Got the Ivan Drago mentality.
Yeah.
He dies. He dies.
He dies.
So,
all right, so we're going to U15 first.
You want to do U15? You want to do that next time? We'll do it next time. Let's go over topics.
Yeah, let's go over. Yeah, let's do U15 to U23 because we had quite a few California girls, college girls, all that. We'll rep them. Maybe we'll do one middle of the week.
Let's see here. So I had a topic written down for us.
Especially because when we do them, nobody listens, and then when we don't do them, everyone complains we're not doing them.
Yeah. Hey, but I like that though. I'm not gonna lie. I like
Yeah,
that. I like to know people care. So I'm like,
yeah.
all right, whatever. That's fine.
And we're
I'm
working on
okay with
getting
that.
the podcast RSS feed going. For some reason, it like just I know you have to do a lot of work to it, but sometimes it automatically goes, and other times it holds in limbo, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. So, I know you have a topic you want to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the order in which I want to do this, but let's go
And
with
I'm not
yours.
and I'm not passionate about it. I'm more like up for discussion about it, and it could be it's not as prevalent, I guess, in boys as it is girls or women.
Yes, but it's really
But
like,
it's just
you,
food for thought, like kind of we touched on the last thing is should you do multiple divisions, all that. And I think they tried to structure the tournament this year to make it really difficult to do multiple divisions. Because before it was like if you did cadet, your weigh-in counted for juniors too, even though it's like if you were because it was like offset weight classes a little bit. Like let's say cadets were 108 and juniors were 110. I'm just using the numbers. Well, your
yeah,
cadet weigh-in would count. Well, now they did juniors first and then cadet. So you if you were a cadet and you're a better cadet, you had to kind of like am I really gonna go risk doing juniors, waste energy, and then have to remake the weight, which is a lighter weight in most cases.
yeah,
You know, the junior one is a little higher. But it's just the thought of should you wrestle multiple divisions? Should the younger girls be able to take a spot from an older girl, or should you just be able to wrestle the age you're in? And let's say you are wrestling multiples and you happen to win multiples. Are you going to go represent, and are you going to go double up? Two Pan Am teams or two world champion. Like, are you going to wrestle both? Are you going to focus on one?
yeah,
Because it might be, I hate to use the word fair because it sucks and life's not fair, but is it fair to beat somebody in the semis that probably would have made the finals or placed top three, if you didn't beat the brakes off them? I
yeah.
don't know.
Hmm.
You got to doubled up juniors and U23.
Yeah,
Trying to think
yeah.
who
I mean, I don't,
else.
I don't know a lot of times when I was growing up that I saw people double up. I don't think it ever happened really. You weren't really allowed to, and it gives more kids the opportunity.
No, the only thing you're doubling up on was Greco and freestyle. Maybe you're doing both,
Yeah.
but
Um,
it's not.
I think honestly, in the growth, if we really want our women's program to grow, I think the more young ladies we have that can go overseas and go to these training camps, stuff like that, the better, because it just makes the
Hmm.
pool deeper. You know what I mean? They have that experience, kind of like with the senior men when Japan sends, or even senior women. You know, Japan sends their cadet team to an open, and they still win the tournament. It's because
Yeah,
they're having that experience. These younger
and
girls are having the experience. And
and
not you're not
not
robbing
picking
them.
on I'm not picking on the girls either. Let's just say like um, a few years ago, Anthony Valencia, I think he was a high school senior, entered the open and got third.
Yeah,
So yeah, you're kind of ready. Like he's real ready.
yeah,
Beating a couple NCAA champs, former NCAA champs on the way. Now you got Jesse Vasquez who entered the open, and I think probably went. I think he went 0-1 because he defaulted after he lost. Which whatever. I don't think he was hurt. I think his feelings were hurt, but um, like
Aaron
I
Pico would
just
never do that.
no, I'm just it's just food for thought. Should you, and maybe as a coach, should you have your kids do both, or should you focus on the one? Uh, to be honest, I think sometimes juniors is easier than cadets. In some, it seems like every year these younger girls are getting better and better and better. And I think that may be one of the focus factors, and coaches are realizing that, like, hey, my girl's a cadet, but she's beating these junior girls. Like, these girls are easier. Let's go do that one too.
Yeah, yeah. No, I like I said, I just think it'd be better to send more kids. I mean, it's obvious if you're in the finals, you're a quality kid. If you're in top 3 or 4 in the country, you're a legit kid. And now you take out that fab cadet, that fab freshman, which let's be honest, the 3 California girls that made the world team are all freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, wouldn't be fair for them to go up and take a spot, from another girl that we could develop, get experience from. So that's unfortunate. But next thing is, what about these kids? How do you feel when you see a kid crying after a loss, and then maybe even not even showing up to the podium?
Well, I think that crying after a loss is different than throwing a fit after a loss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think you could be upset about it, and maybe some kids have like, goals and aspirations. They feel they didn't reach that goal by losing, a tough match or the semis or a blood round match or whatever. I think that's maybe one thing. But then when you're throwing a fit or acting like a little spoiled brat,
Yeah.
that's different.
Yeah.
I think that's a parenting / coaching thing,
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
And, there's more to wrestling than winning and losing. I know
Yeah.
it's sometimes we don't always think so, but there is. It's about learning life lessons, and you're probably not always going to win in everything in life. You just got to get better at it. Um, so that's my take on it. As far as not showing up to podiums and stuff, I think that's absolutely disrespectful to maybe the kids you beat along the way,
Mm-hmm.
that, and the people that beat you or you beat, you know, I think you absolutely should. And I think there should be some sort of like, punishment. I know it's hard. I mean, you have rules for everything and all that, but and let's freestyle state and folks like this. The way it's set up at Fresno is kind of hard to know when they're going to call your age group and your weight on the podium, and it takes 13 seconds, and they try to hold for people, but then they don't hold it too long because you might still be wrestling another division, because they want their $50 from you. Um, so it's tough, but it sucks. You see a first, a second, and a fifth place girl on the podium, or even boys too. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
Like I think I can't remember if anyone didn't show up to a state podium picture.
Podium. I'm sure there's some kind of hell that's
Yeah,
raised if you
I'm
don't.
sure they have. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure they have too. I'm sure you know
Yeah.
that there have been people that haven't done that.
Yeah. Other thing that got me
But
this weekend, and it annoyed me so bad, was that did you see the setup for the placings?
yeah, I did see that, and I thought, what a money grab, typical.
Dude, first of all, the podium on for day one had black tape over the middle of it. Looked janky as all hell. Then they have the setup with the lights and the camera in the middle. The cameraman's standing right next to the camera. Okay.
But could you get in
Parents,
there? Could you get in there? Like,
no,
no. It was
no. The parents, I was standing behind
all
him.
white, like
I
African
was
dogs.
standing behind him. And I said, hey, can you just step aside for a second so I can take a picture? And the guy tells me they'll be up tomorrow, i.e., like you can buy it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I don't know. I think it's a shame. All these parents are spending a lot of money. We spend a lot of money getting our girls there.
Yeah.
And we can't even get a picture. We got to go buy it.
I spent no less than $1,000 on this trip, and I was
Yep.
really budgetary and didn't even have to pay for hotels. So, um,
And I took 14.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, it was frustrating to say the least. So I thought that was garbage. I didn't like that at all. I don't think it's good for the sport or anything like that. It's just
I think it
strictly.
is. But I think that has to be I think individuals can complain, but I think state directors need to complain, and it just needs to be like not a nasty email, but like some email to Rob and Melinda, since they're USA
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
women, just saying like, hey, would you mind reaching out to the tournament director saying we really thought that was crappy?
Yeah. And Randall, the guy who runs it, is a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he might be, but somebody paid for the rights to the pictures.
Yeah.
I
don't even know where to get them.
Disappointing.
I don't even know where to get them. Like there was no paper handed out or anything like to where to get them. So I'm
Yeah.
like, where do I even get those? So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
So what's your thing about not showing up to the podium? What's your
It's garbage. It's strictly it's garbage. It can you imagine like what that podium looks like, even at 65 kilograms at juniors, how tall, how tough that picture looks. You know, I
yeah,
mean, these pictures you have of like David Taylor and Kyle
right.
Dake on the same podium. You know, can you imagine if one of
And
them's not
Logan
there?
Stieber
Yeah,
and Logan Stieber and a couple other
yeah.
ones. And you imagine one of them being a
And Bo
crybaby,
Nickel and Mark Hall and all these Valencia, all these guys on one podium. It's like what? Like that's an awesome picture. You can't be missing. You can't be taking a
Yeah.
loss that hard.
And I mean, I think some of it's like embarrassment, like, oh, I won Fargo before, and now I'm fifth place, throwing the numbers
Yeah.
out, right? I got fifth place at this tournament, or I got third or fourth at our state tournament, or whatever. Who cares? Like, I mean, your whole goal is to, either wrestle in college and do well, or
Mhm.
be an Olympic gold medalist, whatever your goal is, from wherever it is.
Yep.
But it's the it's a whole process and journey. It doesn't end tomorrow with this tournament. It ends
Yeah.
with how your whole career goes.
Yeah.
No one will remember that you got fourth place at some janky ass tournament or even a national tournament, except your mom or
Yeah.
your
I
dad.
think
They'll remember it because they took a picture. Well,
it's
they couldn't this time, so
yeah, they couldn't.
they
Well,
couldn't get
it reminds
access.
me of like Colat, where Flo did that special on him, and he's got his world medals in a box, like
Yeah,
in
in a
outside
Tucker
somewhere.
coat in the shed.
So yeah, but I don't think he had pictures either. Must have been the same guys running that place. But
What they had
yeah,
to film. They had film back then,
yeah, that
real film.
film, like microfiche,
Yeah,
just holding it up. So yeah, but overall, California did a good job. We got those big three in the cadets that are just going to be hammers for a very, very long time. Uh, Gracie and Aleda just showing that they're still not willing to give up their spot to the younger. I mean, it's kind of funny to use the term like give up their spot to younger girls, but it's like those girls have been around for so long. It's like they're just freshmen in college, like literally. Like
yeah,
they got such a future ahead of them. You know, they've been so dominant for so long. It's crazy, it really is.
yeah.
You know, and then
And it
Fisk
was,
coming through.
yeah. I think California got like 5 out of the 10 or 6 out of the 10 were California girls on the
Nice.
U23, which we'll get to later. But I was a little on the side note for the venue is cool. I figured there would have been a few more college coaches there. I know they were there, but like I don't know.
They were
I
coaching
saw
mostly,
I know they were coaching, but I figured they would be like, you know,
recruited like crazy there. We
little
got to
little
remember
more
by
recruiting there.
we got to remember too. By this point, a lot of people are already sold. They're already
Yeah,
done.
but I know, but I'm talking about the younger girls. Like they got to start talking to. This is a great venue to talk to, expose yourself to. Hey, we have some camps coming up, that kind of stuff to get a familiarization with the program. I'm not saying like full on recruiting. Let's sign on the dotted line. I'm saying like you gotta
Touch
like where
base
TV
and get a
TV
rapport with
does
them.
it, TV does it, and Flow does it for men's wrestling on its own. They know
Yeah,
who Iowa, Penn State, Minnesota, Oklahoma State are. They know who John Smith and everybody is. Some of these girls, they don't have. First of all, they don't know who Bo Nichols. Well, they probably know Bo Nichols. They don't know who
yeah,
Tom Brands is or Terry Brands. They
yeah.
don't know who they are.
Pat
They just
Papalizio, they couldn't
yeah,
name.
yeah.
Holman
They
Scott, they
don't
couldn't
know who
name.
they are. They're new in the sport. Unless they have an older
Yeah,
brother or something, they don't know. So, but
yeah,
to get that, hi, I'm the coach from XYZ school.
yeah. So there's some
Uh,
schools coming up too that we got to talk to Life also. Try to get the new coach on.
yeah, I will do that. We need to get
So
him on. What
that's
was
the
your
homework.
topic? What's your topic that you
Well, my
had?
topic was the picture, was the
Oh,
picture thing.
okay.
That bothered me. It bothered me bad. Um, that was the main thing I think that was bugging me for the most part. Um, yeah. Other than that, no, I'm good. I'm tired from the weekend. I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm
Yeah, and
dead.
I took like a 3 hour nap today.
I tried to, but I got a 4-year-old. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
And she's got a lot of energy. So
I came
I don't know where she
home,
gets it. So
drove from. I was kind of excited because our flight was oversold by like 15 people from Phoenix, and so
oh,
they offered a $600 voucher, and I had 2 tickets, so that'd be $1,200.
boom! You jump
But
on it.
oh, dude, I sprinted to the front of the line, and so I gave my tickets up, and then they said, okay, well, you just wait. Like if we need them, we'll use them. Blah blah blah. I was like the first one too. Well, a
Okay.
connecting flight didn't make it. So they
Okay.
bumped all the people that didn't make the connecting to another later flight, and they were going to fly
Ah,
me into Ontario for. So they're going to give me the $1,200
closer,
and fly me into Ontario. So I was
dude.
like, oh, beautiful. And then at the last minute, they were like, ride back, blah blah blah. Okay, we don't need your tickets, thanks though. And then the other lady's like, we're we're getting ready to close the door. You need to hurry up. And I was like, bitch, I volunteered my tickets.
Yeah. Like
And
no,
the
shut
other
up.
lady
Like
was like, no, 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 they were volunteers. Stop. So, we didn't fly Spirit, thankfully. It was American. It was good.
yeah, your
Um,
kids wouldn't let you.
no,
Your kid was not gonna let you take Spirit.
yeah. She's like, we're not staying in Motel 6 and we're not taking Spirit. Those are the only two. We had a bad experience with Motel 6 in Reno one year. I guess they only have they're either a heater or air
I was,
conditioner,
huh?
and the heater they hadn't changed over yet. I guess at a certain point in the year they change over from heater to air conditioner. Well, it was still heater, and it was like 80 degrees out, and we had like the door open the whole night and the windows like you know just waiting to get
Dude,
robbed.
I was gonna say that they didn't sell your information, or they didn't call you guys in on ice, did they? Oops,
No,
accidentally swooped you up.
no,
Motel 6 has that history, you know.
yeah,
Oh
I'm
man.
good. My last name isn't
Yeah.
Ramos.
Yeah, lucky you. But yeah, so other than that, everything else was good. It was good to see California out there. Good to
Yeah,
see the baseline of wrestling up. The baseline at that tournament every year.
yeah, and I
Up,
guess
and up.
I was a little the way they worded it, but it's the largest women's tournament, they said, as far as participation. I don't know if that was
I don't know
exact
about that.
fact. They had 1,200 participants, which is pretty good, but you all the way from 6 years old to 23.
And
That's
and
I don't know if it's the largest
and
tournament.
how many of them?
Maybe the largest women's only
Hang
tournament.
on,
How
it's
many
the
doubles up?
hang on. Exactly. It had how many entries, but how many wrestlers?
Yeah.
That's the difference. So there's
And they did
that.
that. They did the picture. Did you do the picture thing? Your girls do that?
Picture thing. What do you mean?
Right before the break, lunch break.
No, never told me
They did like
nothing.
all the former Olympian ladies, and I boned out because I wanted to get her food and back ready to compete again. But you know what I'm talking about? They did
No.
that picture with they were trying to like get a bunch of people together and make a picture to show how many people were there. But
Oh, that's
it
nice.
was kind of like stupid. It was kind of stupid timing. They should have done it right before the first whistle of the day. So you
Yeah.
have everybody in the whole building. Not, hey, we're gonna have a lunch break and you need to be back in an hour.
But before you go,
Good luck.
yeah, before you
Yeah,
go,
but
jumping
you
on
gotta wait
this.
till the last match of the whole session ends.
Oh, okay.
But
I got a topic for you. Just remembered it. And this is going to be a good topic too, I think. And in one for that's going to be open for discussion probably in later podcasts too. What are the drawbacks to having your girls wrestle boys more than wrestling girls?
is this answer today or later on? Is this
I
food
don't
for
know. Just
thought or are we
some
answering it
food
now?
for thought. Food for thought. And anybody listening, feel free to comment in the comments here or wherever you're watching this, Facebook or
On the
anything.
Facebook page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anywhere we'll hear it. Okay, but I want to know the positives and the negatives, and I will have evidence of my opinion when we talk
Look
about
at you.
this.
Look at you with evidence.
Yes, well, it's about time I use it for me. So, but yeah, overall, good job. So
Yeah. Great job, Callie. We'll do
happy.
another one.
Yeah, we'll cover the 15U, 18U
And then
kids, that
23.
fun stuff. Yeah,
23. I
U23
guess
is
we
my
could even
favorite.
go to little kids too. Like we can look through some of those California. At
Yeah.
least give the California girls some notice. Get some
Dude, I saw
younger.
some of the cutest stuff that you ever seen, dude. Like, oh my gosh. I wish I had my little ones in wrestling when they were little. But yeah, there's some cute stuff going on this weekend for sure. I owe people some gear too because I saw cute little kids, and I'm like, I want to send you something. Mom, message me on Instagram. Okay, I'll send you something. So I've got a bunch of stuff that's going out. So I'm gonna bag it up tonight. Actually,
That'll cost you.
yeah. Unfortunately, I don't like making money. So
It's overrated.
yeah, whatever. But anyhow, anything else for us?
I think that's it till next time. But like it, share it, comment on it, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. Mario, I know you always, the one thumbs down you guys see is Mario. He just automatically clicks thumbs down. At least we think it's Mario.
Yeah, I think we're pretty on point with that actually. But you know what? I did.
Rich.
Yeah, Mario's making fake accounts to give it more than one thumb down now. But I met some pretty cool people this weekend too. The Oklahoma Outlaws, I met them out there. Met some people from New Hampshire, Connecticut. So it's a cool weekend for sure. I'm sorry I don't remember everybody's names. I'm terrible with names. I'm really bad with names. But yeah. Anyhow, thank you everybody. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, repost this, all that good stuff. But other than that, everybody have a good night.